Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you had a good day in the market. October 3rd, I'm gonna review October 2nd's trading on SPY, 0-day options on our small account. And yeah, I didn't get out yesterday, so coming out today. Unfortunately, the time is like, it messes up the next day. I don't know why E-Trade has it, but they have all the times weird. So it's kind of confusing. And then on Thinkorswim, it doesn't show me the times from yesterday at all. Like this stuff, this should be a thing already. We've had online brokerages for years, and it's just it's still not good. Anyways, I'm gonna show you guys Emperor's and Eric's chart because I didn't do any charting yesterday. I just followed theirs. Definitely felt better than the day before. I kind of reset and was very patient and happy to let moves go. But it wasn't a good day. In all wise for me, it was still a red day. Much smaller, thankfully. Here's Emperor's chart. I didn't trade anywhere in here. We did have break on Magenta here. Not a nice head for this shoulder. He grabbed this one on the break of this heel earlier on, when a more aggressive selling breaks a less aggressive selling, or vice versa with buying. It is a chase trade you could take. I didn't really trust this teal yet. I don't know where it came from at this point. And so yeah, I think Eric had it also. Yeah, Eric had something similar too. He got that one, and yeah, just kind of kept grinding down. Ended up being stuck in this teal. I did take a trade. Did a lot of my trading on the big account. Let's see, I think it's 148. Yeah, I think this is 2 hours ahead. No, 3 hours. Okay, it's 3 hours. So 1248. Okay. So I remember I did catch one of these in here. Okay, it wasn't until down here. So he got it on this resistance, which was nice. I wasn't there. I didn't get till a break of this magenta for puts. So I got this trade right here, which wasn't bad. I was scaled down yesterday also, just because of the day before. It's pretty bad. So I was just trading one contract. I actually, in the morning, it was like 3 for 3. I think I'd already had at least one more trade before here that was green. And then this one was green. Yeah, it's kind of, I was just trading one contract, so it's kind of nice. It's like, yeah, it just kind of clarifies things, trading one contract. But yeah, I got this one. I don't think I grabbed calls here on that for the break of teal. No, I didn't. I did, however, get calls up here. Yeah, so I caught this move. On Emperor, it's a little bit different. Here's Eric's. This is SPY Day Trading on YouTube. Link for his Discord's in the description. That's where Emperor resides also. So I got... Oh, maybe it wasn't on Eric's. Huh. Yeah. Well, so I saw this blue tapering right here that he put in. And... yeah, calls on the pink there would have made sense. But anyways, I saw this blue tapering. And so once it broke out of it to the upside, it was also coincided with breaking pink right here. So I was actually loading up on calls here, all throughout here, for blue being my resistance. I really want my resistance or support, my stop basically, to be in the right direction. I don't like it if I'm getting calls on this break and then my stop is going against me. Just doesn't work very well. So I was getting calls here, kind of kept loading up on them. So all these positions back here were all one contract, but then here I added, and then I don't know how I ended up being red. I think I just had, yeah, I had a nasty stop up here. I'll show you. But yeah, so this ended up being a nice trade, even though there's not like, I mean, I guess it's this cup closing, and this is a handle. It's not a nice structure for a handle, but it is a handle, and it's broken out of this blue tapering as well as this pink. So that was the theory for me. And then I have a nice ascending line for a stop on those calls. So kind of kept adding on it. And then, yeah, had a pretty nice exit on it. Up here and here. And I think I left one for a break even, which it did end up stopping out. And on the small, let's go on here. On the small account, let's see, this would have been 1246, I think. It says 346, but I think it was 12. Just see if this makes sense. Okay, yeah. I think. Yeah, so I got a call here. I guess I did get calls there for the breakup pink. Yeah. So I got one call there at 46. And then I got another one, it looks like, at 48. So I was kind of averaging into this one to scale up. As it bounced back on support there. Looks like Emperor also got one there. Yeah, so this was a green trade. Problem with this one was I didn't cut enough. Then I sold it at 52. So I sold it on this candle. It was near the top. Wasn't quite touching blue, but I was just being a little cautious, I guess. In case didn't make it. But that wasn't a bad one. That was $32 to 42. Whatever percentage that was. I was happy with it, and kind of a grind. It was nice to be able to catch a little move in there. The second one I just did a break-even stop, fortunately, and it did stop it out. Stop it out at 402. Yeah. Which is 102. Yeah, right here. Sells on a small account, and then yeah, I guess it was end of day here. Had a couple stops. But yeah, on the big account, I don't know if I caught that one also, I can't remember. I remember I did get this one though. And then end of day was just a grind, unfortunately. 3. Okay, so this line right here. This is the problem. This is a problem I had the other day too. And I don't quite know how to fix it. If I'm just looking at their charts, if they're wrong or it's whatever, I'm just getting messed up. So I see an inverse head and shoulder here. This pink line was right here. As you can see, if you're putting the high, it's right there on the high. This inverse head and shoulders, it resisted it right here, and then it made another little mini inverse head and shoulder and broke it. So at this point, this was above this line. It's coming up here. It's actually kind of retesting on some of these. So it's finding support. It's kind of breaking through a little bit. But then it flushes down. So this was such a bad stop because it kept bouncing on this as or close to it as support until this big candle, and then it finally showed me, all right, this is not right. And then Emperor moved this line up. So for me, I'm wondering, why didn't he take calls here? I guess I could ask him when it broke his line and it had a nice little structure. Or maybe he did. I don't know. He doesn't have any lines. He doesn't have any circles there like he did. But I did take calls there. That was a bad stop. That was 303. Yeah, I held that one for a while. 303 to 315, is that right? Yeah. So right here I opened. And I didn't close until, yeah, that red candle broke back and finally confirmed that it was breaking back in this pink, which is now moved up there. So to me, there's another algo here, another channel. It's less aggressive. With these as the resistance, potentially these as supports or close to it. That wasn't charted, maybe. Yeah, so that one was 21 cents to 11, or $21 to $11. That was an ugly stop. And then let's see, I got last one was bad too. 326. I think I did the same thing. Yeah. So then I guess he moved it, or doing this don't group, or Eric put his in there. No, I think Emperor must have moved his. Yeah, Emperor moved his, and then it did break, and so I got in again for calls. I got 3 of them. Scaled up, I guess, but they were much cheaper, so monetarily it's not necessarily scaled up, but yeah, 26. Held them till... I actually held them... Okay, so this was the thing with this one. I got him here. I'm thinking it's towards the end of the day, so we should have a move. 30 minutes to close, or it just grinds, but it comes here. I'm like, all right, this could be my stop or magenta. I didn't really want to wait for magenta, but yeah, so this was here. I'm fine. And then this actually gapped. I don't know if the volume was super low, but this was like just showing up down here. And SPX was even worse because there's less volume on there. It was just down here, and I was like, what? And then this candle just flashed down to there. I'm like, well, so then it was on support. I'm like, I'm not going to close this thing now. It's on support. This is my secondary stop. So I held it, and it bounced, but the contracts, they weren't in the money, so this didn't really do much at all. This had just put in all of this negative juju on the calls. That this bounce right here, market makers were like, nope, not buying it. That's not going to increase the premiums. So I did, let's see, I had 3. I did cut 1 on this candle just to reduce my risk. And I think I had this on the big account too, and I did the same thing. Should have cut more, but I just cut 1. I'm like, well, that was my stop. It bounced, so maybe it's good, but I just want to reduce my risk because this is not as pretty as I wanted it to be. And it had already broken this pink. And then the other 2 closed at 35. Yeah, right here on that candle where he got puts. So that stop, of course, sucked too. And yeah, I don't know, like that pink line got moved. Just trying to figure out why you would take it on some and not on others. Yeah, but otherwise, I mean, I felt pretty good about the day. It ended up being red, but I didn't catch this one here. I got it down here, and then I'm happy about how I did up here and how I was scaling up, even though it wasn't looking good, and I was just trusting the support. Didn't trade in here. It was a bit of a grind. His trades, like, of course, I wouldn't have taken this many, and he probably wouldn't either in hindsight, but he's getting exposure in case there's a bigger move and it doesn't just grind, because today was a bit of a grind. So on the little account, it's gonna look weird because the times are all off. This is basically 3 hours ahead. And it doesn't show my P&Ls. I think it was like 20 something bucks red day. So yeah, I need a one and done day. It gives me 100%er. But if I don't get 100%er, that's fine. Yeah, it is Friday now, and market hasn't opened. I need to take it easy. Fridays are sketch, but that's what I got. We'll have another recap end of day for today. Thanks, guys. Sub up, like up, comment down. Happy Monday, 6th round. Peace out.